Good afternoon, world. We are just at my mum's house now and I'm just making a coffee. Jay and I treated ourselves to an early Christmas gift. We bought ourselves a Nespresso Creatista coffee machine and it is a thing of beauty. And here it is. We set it up in my mum's kitchen because we couldn't wait to unpack it. We got a pack of Nespresso pods with the machine and as you can see, we've made good use out of them so far. Hello. I was just telling everybody about our new coffee machine.
It's amazing, isn't it? This is the Sage model by the chef Heston Blumenthal, the science chef.
Yeah.
So it's got some cool features on it.
We haven't actually bought ourselves anything like this for a very long time, so this was a real treat.
I was practicing this morning trying to do latte art with milk, but we don't really drink milk anymore, so we've got a bit of a dilemma. It's like, what milk do you buy that's plant-based and tastes good and can create latte art? We have been using coconut milk and soy milk because we don't drink dairy milk. There is a milk called Oatly which they've made a foamable oat milk, but I can't find it. Shall I try and do one now? I'll show you my best attempt.
Okay, go on then. I actually picked these up earlier today. I went into town with my mum. They're a cheaper coffee pod that is compatible with the Nespresso machine because Jay requested some practice coffee pods, so he didn't want to use up the lovely nice Nespresso pods, so we're going to use that for latte art practicing.
Okay, let's warm this up. As Sacha has already made the coffee, I'm going to go straight to the milk section. Milk. Comes with this supplied stainless steel milk jug. I've got a lot to learn about making latte art. Let's show you my best attempt. Alright, so milk temperature, ideal level. Let's go down a bit. This is what I'm using at the moment. Okay, let's get this going. I don't want this coffee to lose all of its crema. So it needs to be refrigerated milk. Let's get it up to that first line. Lift up the wand, put it in here. You have to get the wand in the centre of the cup and make sure it's sitting on the sensor. And then we press start here. Here we go, starting to foam. Let's try and see if we can make it nice and frothy. It's getting warmer. You can see the steam rising now. Okay, let's try this. Wipe with the damp cloth, and then when you put it back down, cleans itself. Okay, honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing. I watched one YouTube video this morning and I'm hoping that I'm going to manage to pull something off here. Now they say you're supposed to swirl the coffee around in the cup so the crema moves around, the little bubbles on the brown coffee. Stain the edges.
Okay, go for it.
I'm swirling the milk. I've already swirled the coffee. In fast and then up slow. And oh, nothing happened. No, 3 little dots.
That's rubbish.
The one I made this morning was much better than that. Damn it. That is my latte art.
Story is crying. As you can hear, she is fighting a nap, so I'm going to go and put her back down again.
It's going to be a long one, isn't it? I'll let Sacha deal with that because I've had her all morning and she's been a bit of a nightmare. The coffee that I made this morning had much more foam on it, and the video that I was watching was saying that the height and the size of the cup, the warmth of the milk, the amount of fat content in the milk, the angle at which you put it in, the speed, all determine whether you can get a nice bit of art on the top of your latte or not. So let's just see how it tastes. I know I kind of failed there. It's nice, but I can't taste the coffee. I definitely need a double shot, I think, if I'm going to do this again with milk. I'm glad we got these practice pods though.
Story is just fighting, asleep. She's at that stage where she's so tired she's falling over.
She's been a bit of a nightmare all morning, I was just saying. She's feeling a bit ill, isn't she?
Yeah, she's had a little bit of a cold the last couple of days. For about 3 days now she's had a very runny nose and a cough, so I just don't think she's used to the heating in the houses. So
I think it's the enclosed spaces as well, the well insulated houses. They keep germs in, don't they?
Yeah.
I've read about this.
Yes.
But luckily her snotty nose never turned into anything phlegmy, did it? It's just a run.
She's just been a bit not like herself the last couple of days. She's been a bit clingy and whiny and
I should say a thank you to one of our subscribers, Hayley, for suggesting these things.
Yeah, I was going to say that. We used this last night. It's a plug-in. So you plug it into the plug socket and it releases a menthol, eucalyptus and chamomile and lavender scent into the room. It helps to clear the nose and it also makes your room smell very nice. So last night Story actually slept a lot better than she had the last couple of nights using that, so that was a really good tip, so thank you for that, Hayley. We were actually originally supposed to be going swimming with baby Leonie today, but because Story hasn't been very well, we thought taking her to a public swimming pool with a cough wouldn't be the best idea, so that we didn't do that. That was cancelled, and I am just waiting at my mum's now because I'm expecting a delivery of her Christmas present, which is good if it arrives because my mum's actually not here at the moment. And also look at what else Jay and I bought. There's our car out there. We purchased a roof box of our own. The one we used on the journey back here was actually Jay's brother's and we returned it to him.
Thought I'd give you a closer look at our little purchase up here. This is the new and improved box. It is much bigger than the one we had before. It's got a clip lock on the front too. Look at all that space. Yeah, I definitely reckon we can fit 2 suitcases in here. We definitely needed one. My brother's box was more for surfboards and skis. It was longer. This one is a lot shorter and fatter. It's more for our purposes. I wasn't sure if we were going to need one, but this recent trip over has shown me that I think we do. So that's why we bought it. We got it from a company called Mix Garages and it's got this tacky logo on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the holidays team and the sun and just leave the mountain line. I think that'll look more cool. And that's what it looks like on the car. You can see that it's definitely shorter. We paid £144 for it, I think, and it was delivered the next day. Look who's up. Story the baby. Hey, Story the baby. Wild hair. Boop.
Hey.
Hello. And what have we been teaching you to say today? Have I taught you a new word? What's this?
A bauble. What is it?
About an hour ago, I got a Story to say bauble twice, and then just before we turned on the camera, she said it. And then no joy. Yeah. No. No. Lazy crawler again. Let's go. Look at you. You're using chairs to climb on things now so you can get to the dove. It's not exactly a stable chair, Story. You're like you're in a little boat. I wouldn't do that too much if I were you. You'll fall into the tree. All Story seems to be interested in today is climbing up this chair. And then when you're up there, you treat it like a little boat, don't you? I'll tell you what though, if it tips over, you won't be too happy. Yeah. Yeah. Alright dogs, are you going to stay here and chill out with each other? We're about to go out, aren't we? Your little Story. We've been invited to dinner at Uncle Paul's house, haven't we?
We have, yeah, and Grandad Rob's there.
Yeah, so we're going to meet Grandad Rob at the pub.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go to Uncle Paul's house. Is that alright with you? You look a bit sleepy, but you can always sleep at the pub. Let's go, go, go. The temperatures around England have risen dramatically since we first arrived. We were in the 0 degrees range and now it's about 10 degrees, so it's actually fairly warm out, quite pleasant. We are hanging Story out for her bedtime tonight. She would actually normally be going to bed very soon, but she's been waking up very early the last few days, hasn't she? Like 5 o'clock, 5:15. Fully awake. Fully awake, doesn't want to go back, wants her bottle and that's it. So we're going to put her to bed a bit later. There is obviously the possibility that she'll fall asleep in her chair, but that's fine. It just makes more sense for her to fall asleep naturally when she wants to than us trying to kind of force her to go to sleep at 6:30 or 6 o'clock when she's just like getting beyond that now or something. Yeah. Okay, we've almost arrived at the pub. We're going here. So we've just been at the pub for the last hour or so.
It's first time in a pub.
What? How can it be your first time in a pub?
Ever?
I get a picture then. Darcy, get next to the Story. Darcy, that.
And Story actually had her first Guinness.
First Guinness Story.
Oh, you're the Guinness.
Naughty Uncle Paul.
Get some iron in you. For the first time ever. All thanks to Uncle Paul, mind you, I must say. Uncle Paul dipped his finger in that Guinness and gave it to Story, and she loved it. It's quite a bitter drink, isn't it, Sash?
She did, yeah, she loved it. And she was feeding me it most of the night.
Yeah.
Her fistfuls of Guinness.
Story has always had quite a varied palate, and now we can add Guinness to that list. We are now at Uncle Paul's flat, and we're going to get ourselves an Indian takeaway, which I'm looking forward to because I'm quite hungry. And I think Story might drift off to sleep, but we'll see what happens. It's Auntie Debbie!
Story is a dirty stop out, just like you.
Story's been on the Guinness as well.
Yeah, she's been drinking Guinness tonight.
Wow!
So the night continued on. Story came over to little Darcy's house, and we had some playtime in the living room.
That's fine, let him play with her.
Story had a nighttime bottle at Uncle Paul's house.
And then she sat down for her first Indian takeaway. And she was a very good girl, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she enjoyed that very much.
A bit of cucumber.
A bit of cucumber, a little bit of
bit of
tomato, a bit of naan bread. A lot of it went on the floor, but
Yeah.
it was very late for Story. Probably the latest night she's ever been up with friends.
Yep.
So yeah, I think Story enjoyed a little night out. We did.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, had a few drinks. It was a good little catch up with the family.
Yep.
Like, throw it on the floor. Throw the floor, Story. Don't.
He's a really
Throw it. Throw it. Now.
And now we are walking through the streets back to Nanny's house. Yes, Story is in bed. She is fast asleep. And I know I mentioned this the last time we were in England, but if you're wondering why it's so yellow out here, England street lights are this yellow. Yeah. England street lights are this yellow.
You said lead light.
Only takes a couple of minutes to get back to Nanny's house, so let's get going. Alright people, listen very carefully. This Sunday we are going to do a live announcement of the winner of 7 nights in one of 2 villas in Portugal.
Amazing.
Yeah, now at present there were only 188 applicants for this, 188 8-milers. So you've got a 1 in 188 chance of winning 7 nights in Portugal. Now get this, it's a $1 entry point to this competition.
Yep.
And you could win a prize of €1,000. So if you're watching this video right now, this is your last chance to become an 8-miler.
Yep.
Click the link up here to become an 8-miler, and you are in the draw, which we will be doing this Sunday, live. Our first live video.
Yeah, I hope we do it right.
Yeah. So this Sunday at 11 o'clock, we are going to be releasing our winner of this prize.
Our first giveaway.
Yeah. And if you decide to continue to be an 8-miler after this point, there will be other giveaways going down the line.
There will be, yes.
So tune in on Sunday for that to find out who won 7 nights in Portugal, and we can round that up. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.